Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 88 of the modern day UFC save here in WMMA 5 as we have our final show of 2021. It is UFC 269 as Jojua versus Aspen Ladd. As far as for the women's bantamweight title, of course, this would have been a John Jones heavyweight title fight with Derek Lewis. Instead, we get that as far as the main event. As far as with what's going on in the world, there's only two things as far as male-wise, and they're both injury fight cancellations. As the Thomas Almeida, Ronnie Lawrence main event is going to get changed now, as Thomas Almeida has torn his rotator cuff, so he's going to be out for about a year. Ronnie Lawrence, on the other hand, is now taking on TJ Dillashaw, and that will be taking place at Fight Island 10. That's a fun-ass fight, though, and that's a big-time fight for Ronnie Lawrence. Maybe not as big as his fight with Thomas Almeida, because Thomas Almeida was ranked higher, I think. Oh, no, he's not. Or no. Yeah, Dillashaw, I think, is outside the top 10, whereas Almeida is just a one or two spots ahead of him. But, yeah, that's a huge fight for Ronnie Lawrence, who has been just on an absolute tear. We'll see how he does against TJ Dillashaw. And then Josh Fremd broke his fingers against, as far as in preparing and training for his fight with Aaron Jeffrey. As again, that was going to be on Fight Island 10, so just kind of those two cards happening very, very close to each other. Injuries on either card fucking things up. For Aaron Jeffrey, he is now taking on Mohamed Karak, as far as, so he's still going to be on the card. We'll see how he does. As for Josh Fremd, with the broken fingers, he'll be back. We just got to get him kind of squared away. We need to give him a full body picture, too. That's kind of weird that he doesn't have one. Let's see. Usually, sometimes, it's just, oh, wow. I was hoping that, wow, we have a lot of dupes for Josh Crispy. We got to look and take a look at the old picture folder sometimes. So we've had, with, I think WMA 5, at least for the modern day save, a lot of people have been taking over and changing the modern day kind of saves. So I think it's just been kind of a little fuckered up as far as who Picture Pack is in charge now. So as far as, but we'll hopefully get him a full body picture the next time he fights. But for Aaron Jeffrey, though, taking on a new opponent, and that is just in 2 or 3 weeks, I want to say. I don't think it's the first fight of 2022 as far as the first fight card. It's it's the end of, it's basically almost a month away, but still, that's a quick turnaround. And now for the as far as now, that's going to be the Brazil card. As far as where that was going to be here. That was going to be as far as the main event here was going to be Ronnie Lawrence and Almeida. Now it's going to be Figgy and Alex Perez, which is a great fight. Unfortunately, it's going to be a quick fight for both guys. So, as far as, actually, I think Alex Perez has to take this fight on short notice, as far as, like, it being a quick camp. I think Figgy was already scheduled to fight somebody. Trying to think who it was, now I'm thinking about it. I don't think it was, let's take a look at the rankings. I know maybe that will, kind of jog my memory a little bit. No, that's alright. Well, because we're going to go through the rankings to begin the new year. So, yeah, we'll hold that off for now. But, that's, we have some main events. We just haven't added the names yet. Like, this is going to be, Zhang Weili and Thug Rose. So, that will be Weili, Rose Namajunas. As far as, we'll see how that fight plays out, though. As far as, right now, it is technically shouldn't be a main event as far as for a pay-per-view, but we'll see. I think just, Zhang Weili's popularity isn't as high as I would hope, unfortunately. Now Sean Strickland's going to take on Ibrahim Chuzgaev, as far as Chuzagav, maybe? Chuzagave? That's tough, as I definitely butchered that, but Ibrahim, as far as is going to be in the co-main, potentially, maybe even a little low on the card if we can get a better fight, potentially. Another title fight, like a men's title fight. But we'll see. Also, I think Yair Rodriguez and Leron Murphy will be that main event as well for the ABC card. There's a lot of interesting fights. I mean, Radic and Andrew Clamp is on the card. It's crazy. Jorge Masvidal and Leon Edwards mainly would have been a main event fight. But as far as just, yeah, I mean, Leon Edwards, he just came off a loss with Michael Page. Masvidal, of course, has been kind of bouncing around. He did beat Nate Diaz, but I think that actually, that was that day, PDs? I could have swore that wasn't, though. Take a look at the news history. Oh, that was TRT. Oh boy. So yeah, he's coming back a little quicker than what we usually would have. I think it's because we have that as no, so I actually have to change that. Let's go ahead and put that yes. Well, I'm thinking about it. That way, it is regulated. Yeah, okay, just wanted to make sure. That sometimes we forget to do that. The tough 31 for that right now, it's going to be Kai France and Jair de Silva. That might change, but yeah, obviously Daniel Sahaber, Esteban Riviches, as far as that's, again, crazy that we get to see this fight when that just happened in real life last year. That was incredible. And it's going to kick off the super lightweight division. So we'll see how that plays out. And once the super lightweight division kicks off, every other kind of weight division is going to get changed, and it's going to be nice. Like, welterweight now is going to be, actually, I think we've already done it. Let's I'm trying to think what's the easiest way of going about that, because I think there's just a way you can look at the weight classes. I thought there was, yeah. As far as, oh, yeah, we already have. Alright, so perfect. So, yeah, welterweight now is going to be at 175, and middleweight, as far as jumping to 185, which basically, as far as it already was, so that's no big deal. Yeah, it's 175, 65. So yeah, that's just gonna help out guys that maybe are someone like a Kevin Holland potentially, who is a little too big for 170 at times because he doesn't want to cut weight. But he, like, as far as he's a little too small to be a middleweight at times because he's not weighing in at the full weight. So it's just kind of is what it is. But we have changed a little bit as far as how it'll at least help him out a little bit to add welterweight now to 175. But we'll see. We'll see. As I don't know if we'll add another division to make a 195 division. I just think that's a little too excessive. Because really, we would probably keep light heavyweight at 205, but then maybe add a cruiserweight division again, like we did with ONE FC. As far as that would, I guess, probably make the most sense to call it a cruiserweight division. But at the same time, I don't think it's really necessary. Just as far as we don't really have a lot of light heavyweights compared to other divisions, unfortunately. But yeah, that's where we're at. Just a little overlay, kind of the plans and what some of the shows have been changed around, turned around. As and then Dana, which he will be able to will be able to finally get shows running here. It took a little fidgeting around to make it to where we can have the Dana White Contender Series a thing here. It took a little bit because you could not, I couldn't. It was weird because he joined the save in December, so I couldn't open the Dana White Contender Series in December, so we have to wait till it opens in January. So that will be a thing that we probably won't show as far as the shows, but we'll definitely be using. I'll be booking them and making sure that things make sense for the Dana White Contender Series. So we won't let the AI kind of book it. So that's gonna be fun though to see how that helps people out, helps them get back into the UFC, and helps people get into the UFC as far as helps them, makes it a little easier for everybody. But as far as Liana Jojua, Aspen Ladd, women's bantamweight title on the line, and Edson Barbosa and Gregor Gillespie. This is a huge ass fight. Winner of this fight, we'll get the Kevin Lee fight. As far as for Gregor Gillespie, he's been on a tear. As we have seen him beat Habib, we have seen him beat Justin Gaethje, all with north-south chokes, but he did get knocked out by Kevin Lee, so it's going to be interesting to see how that fight plays out here in the save. We have Juan Adams and Francis Ngannou, which is awesome for Francis and Juan. Those guys are going to bring it for sure. Ali Quinta and Islam Makhachev. It's so crazy that Islam here in the save has not, he had lost to Marabek Tasmanov, but he did just beat Charles Oliveira. Did really well against Charles, too, so that was great. This is his first pay-per-view since the Davy Ramos fight. And he had the Arman Sarukian fight, which, again, we didn't get to see the rematch. Instead, we got to see him and Manny Moicano. And then for Uriah Hall and Alex Pereira as boy, oh boy. I cannot wait for Potan here. I mean, he is going to be locked in against Uriah Hall. And it's a fun-ass fight at 185. And honestly, again, if he beats Uriah Hall, we are probably going to fast-track him to the fight with Izzy. Because, again, Izzy's cleared out the division. And we know, obviously, Alex has beaten him, at least in kickboxing. So at least it gives a little bit of a realistic sense of giving him a title fight. Maybe a little too soon than we probably would give somebody else. But we'll see, though. Again, he's got to beat him. And for Chris Weidman and Mauricio Shogun, who, again, it's sad that Chris Weidman just retired in real life, and he did not get the fight on that MSG card when you kind of suspected that that would probably be his last fight, and it just sucks. They didn't get to, and instead had to retire on the goddamn weigh-in show before this past UFC card. Very, very sad, because, I mean, here's a guy, former champ, obviously the horrific injury, but also, of course, the motherfucker beat the man that was thought to be unbeatable in Anderson Silva. And, it's, again, just crazy that what happened to him after being on the winning end of one of those horrific leg kicks. It's going to be an interesting career, though, for sure, because he was just on an absolute tear, and then that just, he had lost to Luke Rockhold, which in Yoel Romero, those were two tough losses, but that horrific injury really changed things. For him, and he just obviously was never the same again. Unfortunate for sure for Chris Weidman. But as far as 37 years old, obviously with that record, not the greatest. We'll see how he does against Shogun, Gavin Tucker, and Shane Burgos at 145. Also Frankie Edgar and Robin Van Roosman. This is a hell of a fight. It is sad that Frankie Edgar's on this prelim, but this is a fun-ass fight at 145. I'm really excited to see that one. Jack Marshman and Lyman Good as well at 175. And then the MMA debut of Gordon Ryan. I'm going to be shocked if he could pass the drug test here, as he's taking on Arnsley Smirnov. As far as, of course, Gordon Ryan, an incredible Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competitor. But, again, it's all about if he can pass a fucking drug test. And also, this would be before his stomach issues, as far as what happened in real life, but maybe not. As far as with the amount of fucking PEDs he's taken, there's just no way he would be able to pass a drug test now. But maybe if we told him, hey, get clean, come fight in the UFC, maybe he would do it. I really don't know. As far as I think Gordon's pretty much happy and content with what he's doing. He's making a lot of money doing what he's doing. Plus, he can take all the PEDs he wants. So, but yeah, we'll take a look at the odds, because we were kind of jumping all over the place. But as far as Liana, Jojua, and Aspen Ladd, 4-1, 8-1. Of course, Aspen Ladd, one loss for Jojua, though, as far as the Georgian, 11-3. Well, we're gonna have it. It would be kind of funny to see a Georgian being a bantamweight champion, of course, whereas in real life we see Merab as the men's bantamweight champion. It'd be kind of funny to see a woman being the champ, but she's gotten a lot of wins here in the save. Kimura's arm bars, she has been fantastic for us. Our first pay-per-view since the Ashley Evans-Smith win. The Irene Aldana win was huge. The Yana win also. She was second in the company at the time, and she just hasn't seen a third round yet in the save, which is kind of crazy as well. But Aspen Ladd is very, very tough, of course. I mean, here's a woman who not only beat, but knocked out Amanda Nunes. That was crazy. It's crazy because she got knocked out by Jermaine Durand. I mean, that's her only loss. But yeah, she's beaten Lena Landsberg, Ketlin Varela, Juliana Pena just, of course, won over her, and she's another one that has not had a bad fight, literally, even if you count before the save, just off of fight record. So that's going to be a fun main event for sure. These two girls are going to bring it. I don't think it's going to go past the third round. We'll see. Both girls 26, as far as Aspen Ladd's the favorite. We'll see all the reach and whatnot as far as if there's any difference once we get rolling there. But it's going to be a fun-ass fight. For Edson Barboza and Gregor Gillespie, of course, Barboza, 17-8 in the UFC, very much a UFC vet for sure. Of course, had one of the coolest fucking knockouts of all time. And as far as with the spinning heel kick, it's very, very cool. And as far as with him, he is somebody as that was at the but yeah, that's Terry Edmond. That's what I thought that was Terry Edmond. I want to say that was that knockout because yeah, the old spin kick. So, yeah, it definitely was because that's the other knockout kick. That was crazy, though. Yeah, that was Aldo and Mendez at UFC 142. But that guy has fought everybody. He's fought Kevin Lee, Khabib, Gaethje, Paul Felder. You would think, with those losses, it'd be like, he doesn't really have a chance. But those were all before the save. In the save, he's undefeated. And he beat Paul Felder, so he avenged that loss. He did beat Charles Oliveira. He knocked him out with a knee. He beat the very, very tough-to-beat Tamir Ismagulov. Which is just kind of funny because just Tamir Ismagulov was just somebody that was tough to beat there for a hot minute. But you have... that's actually... They won the trilogy, with Paul Felder. Yeah, I forgot they had the fight on Fox as well. Of course, it's lost to Michael Johnson, too. Lost to Tony Ferguson. They lost to Adarsh. Lost to Donald Cerrone as well. But he's beaten a lot of tough guys, though, at the same time. He's beaten Bobby Green. Anthony Pettis, Gilbert Melendez. Knocked out Benil Dariush, knocked out Dan Hooker. He's a guy who brings it, for sure. But this is going to be a tough-ass fight for him. Obviously, Gregor Gillespie, an incredible wrestler. When you can out-wrestle Khabib, you're that guy. And he's got a great, great chance right here to beat Edson Barboza and to get a rematch with Kevin Lee and maybe become the lightweight champion. To win in New York City here at Madison Square Garden, too, would be pretty huge for him. For Juan Adams in the Predator, Francis Ngannou, Kraken versus the Predator. Very, very fun. 9-3-1 in the UFC, of course, that one no contest being the drug test failure. And that kind of fucked him all up here. He lost a year. Got knocked out by Derek Lewis in the rematch, which was quite sad. The Yair Rozenstruik fight, he absolutely destroyed him, though, in the beginning of the fight. And that was basically preparing him for his title fight. And then didn't happen. Just tough. Tough. It really fucked up our heavyweight plans. Our heavyweight division has been a bit snake-bitten for the past 2 years now. Maybe 2022 will be kinder to us for heavyweights, but it just hasn't been the case, unfortunately. But France is looking for his 15th win. Juan Adams, though, is the favorite in this fight, which is hilarious, but at the same time, here in the safe, he was an absolute fucking demon. He was on a 4-fight win streak, knocking out Justin Tafa, Andrei Arlovski, finishing Tai Tuivasa. He dropped him, he didn't knock him out clean with one punch. Knocked out Anthony Johnson, but then the Curtis Blades lost, which was tough. Curtis Blades is a very, very tough guy. And, that's a tough loss to get. But, third fight, sixth fight in the save, kind of crazy. Has been quite busy, but at the same time, he's been knocking fuckers out. So you have that, too. A guy that had 64 matches as a heavyweight that he won at the Virginia Military Institute. And then, as far as, obviously, his stand-up is nothing to fuck with. He's a hell of a heavyweight here in the save. We'll see how he does against Francis, though. This is the perfect fight for Francis to get back on the winning ways here. But Juan Adams is a big-ass heavyweight. He's going to be weighing more than Francis. It's going to be interesting. But for Islam and Ali Quinta, of course, Ali Quinta, it's crazy. He's the favorite. Of course, Al, he had the title fight with Kevin Lee just now, as far as recently, back in July. But him being Mairbek Tasmanov, even Mameth, he choked him out in the first round with a rear naked choke. So you would imagine that a guy that got the win over somebody that beat, as far as, and also, not only beat, but beat Islam, finished him. Didn't even go the distance with Islam. You would then think that this would give an easy win for Ali Quinta, but I would not count out Islam Makhachev. He's got a fight camp. He's looking to prove a point. He needs this win, but the raging Ali Quinta, though, the New York native, is looking to get a win in New York City as well, so we'll see. And then for Poatan and Uriah Hall, Alex is the favorite for Alex Pereira. He has just knocked out Cesar Ferreira. That was his one kind of ranked win. We've been pretty, as far as lenient on who we want to have him fight, because again, we know that he is quite the specimen in there. And we know middleweight is not his true weight class. It is light heavyweight. It might even be heavyweight. Who knows? Because he's just so fucking big. But it's not middleweight. We know that. He's just way too goddamn big. He can only make this weight so many times, realistically. Here in WMMA, you can't really... It's weird. It's hard to see people miss weight as much as they do in real life. But we'll see how he does against somebody like Uriah Hall. Just feel like both kickboxers. Obviously, Uriah Hall not the same type of kickboxer as Poatan is, but at the same time, it's crazy to think. Again, he was looking like somebody that was going to be a bit of a savage. Obviously, he had the crazy knockout win on Tough. Went the distance with Gaslam. Went the distance with Josh Howard. Both split decision losses. We kind of got fucked over a little bit. And then his third loss was another split. Then the Lincoln was Whitaker, and then they gave him Brunson and Gegard Mousasi, and he started getting some more tougher guys, which he had already beaten Gegard Mousasi, though, in the first time around, so there is that. And of course, we gave him Anderson Silva in the save, and he ended up losing to Anderson Silva, which is insane, because obviously in real life he did beat Anderson Silva, because by that point, Anderson Silva should have been a little washed. But he ended up losing, so, and there's that. But he did beat Sean Strickland here, which obviously in real life he did not get that win. So at least he's coming in with a victory. It's going to be an interesting one. You never know. Uriah Hall, I mean, you could say he's got a puncher's chance, but I just don't think he's going to touch him. For Mauricio, Shogun Rua in the All-American, Chris Weidman. Of course, Shogun, I thought he was going to retire when we gave him his fight against OSP. That has not been the case. It's crazy he went the distance with Yuri Prohaska. Then, of course, we gave him Khalil Roundtree. Very, very tough. We gave him very, very tough guys. Literally, a former light heavyweight champion and maybe a guy who's, again, got a chance to be a two-time light heavyweight champion in real life. And then, obviously, Khalil Roundtree had a great performance against Alexa, so you have that as well. And, of course, him and Jacare was a very fun fight to book, but Jacare's an incredible grappler, so it was a tough loss there. Obviously, the man who was just known as Ninja's little brother, and then he wins the middleweight Grand Prix and shocks the goddamn world. Very, very tough, though, that he got destroyed and got starched at a pretty high level at times. As far as he did beat Lyoto Machida, which everyone thought Machida was going to kind of go on a bit of a run, potentially. But then obviously he got the win in the rematch. Of course, him and Dan Anderson, that was a crazy, crazy fight. I don't know why that is not rated higher. That's literally one of the best fights of all time. The first fight with him, and as far as that was absolutely insane at 139. Also, that fight night was really fun too. But I mean that was a crazy, crazy fight. Him and Dan Anderson at 139. Tough. Alan Gustafson, very, very tough. Chael Sonnen, he was probably on the gas on that fight. The OSP loss, again, very interesting that he lost that first time around. Got starched, for sure. But Shogun, obviously got a lot of fight miles. You add the Pride fights and obviously the UFC fights. A lot of times. And he's got a losing record in the UFC, which is crazy. We'll see if he can maybe at least even it out and make it 500 with a fight over Chris Weidman. Or no, win over Chris Weidman, rather. But Gavin Tucker, the Newfoundland Terra. Gavin Tucker versus Hurricane Shane Burgos. Shane Burgos, very, very tough guy. Woodbury, New York, rather. But in New Jersey. He's, though, taking on some tough guys in Moicano and Yaya Rodriguez. Both losses. Both decision losses, though. So at least he didn't get finished by those guys. But He's fought Calvin Kattar. He beat Cub Swanson. It was a split decision, but that's probably his best win to date. But if he can beat Gavin Tucker, he's ranked. He was 19th as far as in the featherweight division for him. As far as for Gavin Tucker, he did beat Diego Lopez. Not only beat him, 30-27 him. It's quite impressive. We'll see how he does against Shane Burgos here. It's going to be interesting, as this is a big fight for Shane Burgos, for sure. If he can beat him, be a nice little ranked win for him, as far as to maintain his number and make sure he's still in the top 25. Frankie Edgar and Robin Pokerface von Roosmalen as the Glory Kickboxing champion. Literally one of the most decorated Dutch kickboxers, especially at his weight class of all time. Very, very small fella at 5'6", but he can fight at an incredible pace, even at 32 years old. He's had some fun wins for us, as far as the win over Bruno Souza, but he is somebody that is very, very fun to see in there, especially with somebody like Frankie Edgar. And Frankie, he's got a wrestling background, but he's known to stand and bang with people, but it has just been very, very sad to see how his career has ended. Like many greats, you get on a couple of losing streaks, and 4 fights in a row. It's crazy. He beat Cub Swanson, though, before 2020. I just, again, you hate to see Frankie rack up loss after loss, but as a champion and a man who's given a lot for the sport, we want to give him a big-time fight at least, and maybe give a chance to make it his 18th career UFC win. He is a major, major favorite. Enormous favorite, in the thousands, actually, because of his wrestling background. We're giving him a chance. Giving him a chance for sure. We'll see how he does. And then for Jack, the Hammer Marshman and Lyman Cyborg Good, the Manhattan, New York native taking on the Wales. As far as the Wales 175er, Jack Marshman is the clear favorite at minus 470. It's crazy because he's 3-5 in the UFC. Lyman Good's 4-3. Jack Marshman, he's on a couple fight losing streak here. He's lost 4 of his last 5. Not great, but one of them, at least Antonio Carlos Jr. So yeah, he's been middleweight for the most part. You can see here as far as fighting Antonio Carlos Jr. and Edmund Shabazan. He lost to Thiago Santos as well. Not the light heavyweight Thiago Santos, but the big monster Thiago Santos. Tim Means as well just had the, as far as his first fight against Tim, as far as for him to fight at, as far as that was at 258, which, was that that was on the prelim, but yeah, that was Ortega or Holloway 2, which, as far as for him, Tim Means and Jack Marshman, that was his first fight at welterweight. Didn't go his way, got finished, but sometimes it's nice to give a change of pace to somebody, especially someone that's 6 feet tall, maybe help him out a little bit. But, as far as, and he's the favorite too, so that's going to help him out a lot. But for Lyman Good, kickboxer, was a part of, Chuck Norris's World Combat League back in the day, and also was on Tough as far as, forget what season he was on, but yeah, was Bellator guy for the longest time. He, his biggest win is definitely here in the safe against Bilal Muhammad. Obviously knowing what Bilal has turned into. But he just lost to Sayar. He just can't get over a 2-fight winning streak. That just seems to be his cap. So he can get back into the winning column here tonight. But I just don't think so. I just think Jack Marshman's got something to prove. Boxer versus kickboxer, so it should be a fun stand-up fight as well. And then for Onzini, as far as Onzini, Smirnov against Gordon the King Ryan. 3-0, so he's already had a couple of MMA fights. I've let him kind of develop a little bit. But yeah, 3-time ADCC champion at IBJJF champion, no-gi world champion, 4-time EBI champ as well. He just beat Sam Alvey as well in LFA with a Von Flue choke, so he can beat guys that have been here in the UFC. Very, very huge win with a Von Flue choke too, right at the end, before the 5th round. We'll see how he does as a light heavyweight. Of course, light heavyweights, there's just not a whole lot of guys that I think can grapple with him. And giving him a freestyle wrestler, too, is perfect for his first chance. Kicking off the show as well is pretty huge. But as far as and he's making his debut is Smirnov, as far as a tough debut against somebody like Gordon Ryan as a freestyle wrestler. Might not be a good night for him, but who knows? You never know. You never know. As, for the analytics, Liana, Jojua, and Aspen Ladd. Ladd looking to make her second defense of her bantamweight title. Both have finished 4 of the last 5 opponents. One is submitted, while the other has finished with, as far as either TKOs or knockouts. I think Aspen Ladd maybe has gotten a submission now I'm thinking about it. Oh, no, yep. All by TKO or KO. Two of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world on the female side of things. This is Ladd's second time main eventing a UFC event. I believe this is Jojua's first time, which is a huge opportunity for sure. Yeah, first pay-per-view main event as well, and just overall first event as well, main eventing. This is a hell of an opportunity for her. But Aspen Ladd, a favorite for sure. Gonna be a fun fight. Gonna be a fun one. And then two of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world on the male side of things, as Edson Barboza, Gregor Gillespie. Hell of a fight here. Wrestler versus striker. Probably have to hedge your bet towards the wrestler, and especially somebody who has just beaten Khabib Nurmagomedov and Justin Gaethje. For Francis Ngannou and Juan Adams, both have finished 4 of the last 5 opponents. Adams trains an AKA, which Ngannou's 1-0. Against other members of that team. Ngannou's got the reach advantage too. That should help him out a lot tonight. But Juan has about 15-20 pounds on him. So there is that as well. Ali Quinta, Islam Makhachev. Islam looking to get a big win over Ali Quinta, but Al is the favorite. Islam has won 4 of his last 5 fights by decision. Again, his striking has just really developed in real life to a point where he is such a well-rounded fighter. Maybe one of the best lightweights of all time. I would say maybe even better than Khabib, because, I mean, I don't think Khabib's striking was ever as well as Islam's is. You never know. And as far as he might pull it off here, we thought he might go on a bit of a run, but then, of course, the Marabek loss threw things out of whack. And now him and, as far as Uriah Hall and Alexa Poatan Pereira, 8 inches in reach for Alexa Pereira. It's going to be a hell of a fight. Him and Uriah Hall. For Chris Weidman, hasn't won since July of 2017. Boy, oh boy, man. It's been a while for Shogun as well. Could be his last fight. Could be both guys' last fight. You never know. As far as with that regards, 2 vets for sure. Former champions. Main event and a prelim. How the mighty have fallen, but that's the circle of life, unfortunately. As for Gavin, Tucker, and Shane Burgos, both guys haven't won in this decade. But that's going to change tonight. Burgos has the big reach advantage with 6 inches. Betting line as well is a huge favorite. Should be a nice fight for the New York native. For Frankie the Answer Edgar, can he get a win? He is a man. He's 40. He's taking on Robin Van Roosmalen. This is going to be a big-time fight for Frankie Edgar for sure, and potentially his last fight as well. Who hasn't won in this decade would be a huge win for him. For Jack the Hammer Marshman, another guy hasn't won in this decade, but he's got a good chance against Lyman Cyborg Good. His second fight at welterweight. We'll see if he does a better effort than he did in his last outing as a welterweight. And for both fighters making their debut are Zinni Smirnov and Gordon the King Ryan. Both significant weight advantages here for as far as for Gordon Ryan, so he's probably fighting around 215, 220. But yeah, both guys making their debut. Gordon's the big favorite for sure, and this should be a fun fight with how things are going. As we'll take a swig for the working man here. Oh, God, this is going quickly. His jab lands, and now Ryan's got the shoot takedown. Shoots in for the takedown, single leg takedown now. So Gordon Ryan looking for the leg lock. Stopped after being applied. That's actually really good by Smirnov to defend that. And Steve Mazzagatti already going to stand him back up, and Gordon Ryan going right back down with the single leg. Oh, and he got the leg lock, too. There we go. Gordon King Ryan looking good. Looking good. Getting takedowns. Getting leg locks. It's exactly what you wanted in his debut. He wants Ivan Erzlin, and they'll destroy him. Boy, oh boy, yeah, strong style fight team. Big time fight. Big time fight for Gordon Ryan to debut like that. And he's going to get a ranked guy soon with how kind of light that light heavyweight division is on prospects for sure. he'll kind of get fast-tracked a little bit. Jack the Hammer Marshman, Lyman Cyborg good, 23-10, 22-6-1. Steve Mazzagatti again, referee for this one. Cage side judges there. Here we go for Lyman good. We'll see how the Manhattan native does. Maybe they'll get a little New York streak going to follow the Gordon Ryan win. But Jack Marshman already scores with the jab, right hand, taking on the gloves. Good left hand from Good. And now combination ends. The fist land for Good. Good tagging with strikes. Kind of left hand from Marshman. Good connects with the jab, but evades the big right. Marshman with a couple of weak left hands that just barely register. Oh boy, Goodman with a 1-2. Left hand, head kick. Marshman's down and maybe out. Sure is. Boy, oh boy. Jack Marshman. We gave him a bit of a gimme fight, and he gets dropped and knocked out in the first round. Literally in the first minute. It's probably it for him. Might put him on the Contender Series to see what he can do, but as like a bit of a, I guess you could call that a stepping stone, I guess you could say, for guys potentially, or a guy that is being the blocker for them to kind of make it through to the UFC. They got to get through Jack Marshman type of thing. But Lyman Good gives an name check to everyone at Team Punishment, all his various sponsors, all of his family, friends, and supporters as well. He's glad to overcome the odds there as being the underdog and gets the win as the New York native. Frankie, the answer, Edgar, and Robin Van Roosmalen. Boy, oh boy. Frank Trigg, our referee. Cage side judges, here we go. 1-2. Jab hits, but misses the right on the ribs. 1-2 from Edgar. Surprised Frankie's won the strike with him. Probably a bad idea. There's a glance above the high kick. But Frankie's doing a good job so far. Dodges the right hand. Counterattacks the left jab with the right hand. Nearly fails to connect. Nice jab and a quick kick after slithering past the right hook. Does Van Roosmalen. Nice clean right hand. Oh, connects clean with a right front body. Roundhouse body kick there from Robin. Off the counter kicks to the legs. Punch, sudden flurry there from Edgar, but he missed the right hook. Left kick to the rib cage from Roosmalen. Left jab, right hook. Oh, Frankie Edgar with the right uppercut. Dropped him. Is he going to do it? He does. There we go. Frankie gets the win. 24th victory of his career. Sure, is he a minus 1,000 favorite? Yeah. But we love to see it. We love to see Frankie get a win. Not only get a win, didn't even use his wrestling. Fucking dropped an incredible kickboxer with an uppercut as he thinks I'm going to Ricardo Almeida Jiu-Jitsu. Not even going to retire. What a savage. As far as the 12-1 Newfoundland Terror, Gavin Tucker taking on Hurricane Shane Burgos, the ranked Shane Burgos from Woodbury, New York. He's a Jersey native, so Frankie Edgar, it was that involved in the New York winning streak, but the New York-New Jersey winning streak, though, is rolling, but it's still the New York, obviously, winning streak is rolling. Hasn't lost yet. We'll see how Shane Burgos does here. If he could put it to 12-2 and to jump up to 14-3. Burgos counterattacking here, dodges the left hand and counterattacks with a left jab and a right hook. Oh, cut him already. Counters the left hand, does Burgos with a quick left and a right cross that just misses. Misses the big right hand. Here comes Gavin Tucker with a counter. Right hook to the ribs. Both guys, nice little counter striking here from both guys. Oh, nice 1-2. Left jab, right hook from Burgos. Tucker misses the left hook. Here comes a counter. Quick left jab, right hand. Jab, left cross. Jab, right cross. Counters the leg kick with a left jab and a glancing high kick. Neither fighter can really land anything here. Lets a fly of a verbal barrage, rather. Trash talk. They step in now. Left jab doesn't find the mark on the right hook. Right jab, left hook. They're going to check on the cut. Not a fight under. Nice job. We're back underway. Slipping past the left hook attempt and attacks with a jab and a clean right hand. Does Burgos. Yeah, that reach advantage really playing into effect here. Just connect with a low kick after the jab. 1-2 from Tucker, though. Jab and a nice right hook. Spin kick from Tucker. Doesn't connect with the left jab. Hits the right hand. And that's the end of the first round. Obviously, Shane Burgos won that one. So here we go. Tucker with a 1-2. Nice high roundhouse kick from Burgos. Oh, and he rocked him with it. Down he goes. Looking to finish the fight here in the second, and he does. We are not seeing a scorecard so far on this card. This has been very, very exciting. A lot of finishes so far. All of them have been finishes. Hell, none of them have even went into the third round. As giving thanks to Shane Burgos, who's the praises team at Jackson WMMA, is very responsive. All fans who came and support him. Great showing there is our main event of our prelim already, as Mauricio Shogun Hua and the All-American Chris Weidman, as Steve Mazzagatti, our referee, cage side judges here. Weidman fighting from a hometown crowd. Will the New York winning streak come to an end here on this prelim, or will it keep it going into the main card? Weidman comes forward. They start trading blows. Left hand, 1-2. Shogun was equal to it. Left jab, right hand taking on the gloves. Shogun with a right cross. Thought that might have rocked him, but no, just keeping it going. Slipping past the right hook attempt and counters with a pair of left jabs, followed by a nice right hook. Jab in the exchange, 1-2. Shogun was equal to it. Nice jab. Oh, does connect with the left jab, rather, but hits a nice right hook. Does Weidman. Nice right hook from Shogun. Oh, and Weidman's rocked. Here we go. Vicious right hand. I dodged it. Weidman getting out of that, and he counterattacks with a right cross now. He's looking to swing. 4-punch combination. Doesn't land either blow. Missed the right hook. It's kind of the left jab and a right cross that just missed it. Counter left doesn't connect. 1-2 doesn't connect. My God, they are just swinging. Shogun with a left hand in the exchange. Again at the setup left jab. Hits the right cross. Lands hard, though. They engage here. So they can pass the right hook attempt and attacks with a right hook. Does Weidman. Shogun with a left hook. Or left jab, rather. Excuse me. Yeah, no, left hook, yeah. Pair of jabs from Weidman, but missed the right hand. Hell of a round. Weidman, they have him up on the scorecard, even though he got rocked from Shogun. He did outstrike him, so there is that, so I guess you can't really fault him. Yes, here we go. Shogun missed the right hook. It's kind of the jab and a right hook to avoid last possible second. Jab in exchange. Jab hits him with a big right hand. Missed the big right hook. Counters him. Here comes a counter. Oh, he gets actually opened up with a pair of jabs, but a right hook's ducked. Weidman now, looking pretty relaxed. Oh, and he might have potentially won that last round. Looking to make it 2 rounds to none here, but now he's getting tired. I'm sure Shogun's not far behind him either. Here comes a counter. It's a right hook. That missed from Weidman. It's a right cross from Shogun. Missed the right hand. Missed the right hand to Shogun. Both guys missing now. Shogun's getting a little tired. Yeah, the vet's now getting a little tired. I think this is going to be our first fight that's going to reach the scorecard. Oh, as I say that, though, there's a clean right hand off the counter from Weidman. Yeah, dodged that right hand with a right hand of his own. Off the counter, right cross. Actually, just the right hand is blocked after it's off target with a jab. Right hook doesn't find the mark either. Beautiful right uppercut here from Shogun. Oh, and he knocked him out cold. It was Weidman with the uppercut. Oh, my. I thought Shogun hit him, but no, it was Weidman after the jab missed. And he knocks him out cold. Gets his 15th career win. Knocks out Shogun. It's going to be 27-15-1. And I don't know if I have too much respect for Shogun to put him on the Contender Series. Having me a stepping stone for somebody. He'll probably just end up being, I wouldn't say cut. I'll just say his contract will be getting not extended. Out of respect for Shogun. But my God, we keep it rolling. On to the main card. Will the New York winning streak keep it going? Or will Powhatan end it here? Boy, oh boy, Uriah Hall. Not touching gloves. You don't want to piss him off. Because he's going to easily check that leg kick, counters the left jab and a left hook to the body. If he lands a left hand or a left hook, you're going to get fucked up. Jab and a spin kick to the body. Love that, Like I said, doing a good job using the reach. Jab, left hook to the body. Pair of jabs, missed the shot to the body. Counters the right hand with a low kick to the lead leg. Jab, missed the spinning back kick. Oh, jab, left kick to the lead leg. Oh, here comes Powhatan. Left jab, right round kick to the body, doesn't connect. Missed the right cross, leaves himself open for a counter. Pereira comes in with a quick left jab, left round kick to the body. Yeah, trying to relax a little bit, roll his shoulders a little bit. Exchange of blows, comes and goes. Neither fighter can really land anything, though. They move in and engage. Hall with a left jab. Kate up the right cross. Oh, there's Pereira with a nice high right nose kick, and he backs him off. Shaw really shook him up, and I was looking for the Muay Thai clinch. Oh my Lord. He sure did it. With a fucking knee out of the clinch. How terrifying. 6-1 is Powhatan. And, yeah. I mean, let's just give him Izzy. Why not? Why the fuck not? As he praises, his team, obviously Glover Teixeira, there in Danbury, Connecticut, as he has been rolling, getting a win here over Uriah Hall. Praises, you're all for skill and toughness, though. At least he lasted a little bit. I thought the head kick would have fucking knocked him out cold, but he kept it rocking even after that. But it was only a matter of time. Raging Ali Quinta, Islam Makhachev, Herb Dean's the referee for this one. So the New York winning streak comes to an end, but maybe we'll get restarted here with Ali Quinta, who also ignores the touch of gloves over Islam. You don't want to be disrespecting Islam either, because he will fucking muscle you up against the cage. Oh, as I say that, though. Yeah, now he's got the position. And he's got the takedown. Oh, boy. Ali Quinta. How about it? Trying to get past the guard here. Trying to get past it. Islam bursting into life here. Oh, gets caught with the side control. Armbar. Oh, that would have been crazy. Ali Quinta blocks it, though. An attempt to pull guard. Blocks another attempt to transition now. Looking to mount. The scramble. Ali Quinta, though, back on top in half guard. And that's the end of the first round. Obviously, a bit of a snoozer compared to what we've had, but this card has been insane, so I can't really fault him there. These are two wrestlers. This is what we kind of expected here. But Islam gets a single leg. Oh, he's going to lay and pray. That's not the Islam Makhachev way. Come on. Not going to get off of him. Still smothering him. They're going to stand him back up, and Islam's going right back down. Another single leg. Keeps him very tight, not wanting to get caught with a submission. Obviously, Islam won that round, but boy, not a great fight so far. Southern kicks the legs here from Ali Quinta. Looking for another takedown. Nice 1-2. Right cross lands hard. Ali Quinta's landing some big-time shots here. If Islam, he might lose this round, especially with this right cross that lands hard. Sure, he gets the single leg, but I just don't think he's going to have enough damage done off of this third round compared to Ali Quinta, rather. But he's looking to just lay and pray. It's tough. I don't think he won it. I think Ali Quinta won it. I think it was 29-28, yeah. Just not a great, strategy from Islam, rather. That last round, he needed to finish, or he needed to do damage. He needed to do something besides lay and pray. And I'm glad the lay and prayer kind of got fucked over there, even though it was Islam. And he wants Tony Ferguson, does Ali Quinta. Why not? Sure. Well, we could probably make that happen. I don't know. So Tony Ferguson might get a title fight here soon. You never know. But for one, the Kraken Adams and Francis the Predator Ngannou, it's going to be a hell of a fight. This is not going to be any wrestling around here. Herb Dean's our referee, cage side judges, here we go, and they touch gloves, and they're already swinging. Left cross, clean right hand. Both guys landing, good right hands, a good right hook. Oh my god. The left hand from Ngannou, and oh, massive right hook right on the button, and he knocks him out cold. Juan Adams, you fucking demon. A minute knocks out Francis Ngannou. Poor Francis, on a losing streak. Unreal. Juan Adams might be the next heavyweight champion. Unless he has to fight Curtis Blades. If he has to fight another top-level wrestler, he's going to get fucked up. But if someone's going to stand and box with him, he's just so goddamn big, he'll fuck somebody up. And he did it there. And he thinks I'm connected to AKA as well. And he's just an absolute weapon in there. Incredible win for Juan Adams. As our co-main event, Edson Barbosa, Gregor Gillespie, 15-1, 23-8. Frank Triggs, our referee. Can Gillespie do it and maybe potentially get a Kevin Lee title fight in the early part of 2022? Or will this go a pretty long distance? You never know. Left hand misses the vicious right hand. Great takedown from Gregor Gillespie, though. And he's got an armbar from the bottom. Does Barbosa? Oh my god, that would have been insane. I cannot believe he went for an armbar on the bottom. Nuts. Trying to sweep him now. Oh my god, yeah, Gillespie, obviously he's going to be the better wrestler. You would think, yeah. Now he's in North-South. Looking for the North-South choke. He's gotten wins off of that before. Somehow Edson Barbosa stops it, but he's got the Kimura now. Nope, not happening. I'm loving it, though. Gregor Gillespie, he knows how to get finishes. He's going for submissions. It didn't go his way, but obviously he won the round, and he's looking for another takedown. But Edson Barbosa, not going down. He's going down there, though, with a Greco-Roman slam. He's got his back now. Oh, boy. Yep, that's it. Rear naked choke. Oh, wow. Couldn't get him. Edson Barbosa. That is just insane. Oh, well, he didn't stop that one, though. Kind of crazy he lasted that long. But, yeah, Gregor Gillespie is just a demon in there. 16-1. Can't be stopped. Just a fucking demon. And he wants Kevin Lee, of course. He wants that rematch. Wants the title fight. He's going to get it. And he barely took... I don't think he took any damage, so he'll probably be able to have that fight really soon. Liana, Jojua, and Aspen Ladd. As for our main event, this has been a crazy card. all of them finishes but one. Unreal. Really, only one fight went into the third round. Just crazy. As Frank Trigg, again, our referee, gate side judges, here we go. They touch gloves, they meet in the center. Went for the big time shot already. The 1-2, left jab and a right hook, but she missed the right hook. But Jojua scores the jab. It has her right hand blocked. Into the pocket. Connects the jab, big right hand to the body, fails to land. Counter jab from Jojua. Buys the feint. Quick flurry of punches from Ladd. Sees one of them at home. Hits the body kick. Or the body kick doesn't connect, rather. Body kick there. Clean right hand from Ladd. Off target with a jab. It's a quick kick to the leg. Missed the left jab. It's a good right hand. Ladd obviously has the power. And, she gets countered here, though, with a clean right hand from Jojua. Minute left. Ladd some strikes. Counter jab. Oh, here comes a right cross that lands hard after the 4-punch combination from Ladd. But she's going to hang in there. Potentially here. Doesn't find the mark on the right hook. 10-9 for Ladd. Yeah, that was a pretty tough fight. Well, tough first round, rather. For both girls, landing some big-time shots, but just Aspen Ladd, I think, did more damage. Still, 4 more rounds to go, though. And Ladd back into the pocket. Oh, feints one way. Caught her off balance. Jojua avoids the big right, though. Left hand exchange. Another clever feint. Missed all the strikes combinations, though. Jojua with the left hand. Nice 1-2. Ladd with a jab and a body kick. Oh, counter-attacking here. Dodges the right hand and hits a jab, but the right hook's ducked. Missed the right hook. Gets kind of the jab. Doesn't follow it up, though. Jab. Left kick to the body. 1-2 from Ladd. Left jab. Let's find the mark on the right hook. Jab. Clean right hand. Missed the big right hand. Here comes putting her off balance. Ladd comes in with a pair of left jabs followed by a narrowly fails to connect shot on the right hand. Powerful straight right, though, from Jojua. Gets countered here after missing the right hook. Down she goes. Will we see a finish here? She has clearly been hurt. Now a couple of knees to the ribs. My God, but she's hanging in there. Survives for another round, but obviously up 2 rounds to none. Tough break for Aspen Ladd. Or tough break, rather, for Jojua, rather. Great stuff from Aspen Ladd, who is clearly in the driver's seat here as she missed the right hook. Gets countered, though, with a left jab and a quick kick to the leg. Aspen Ladd's counter-striking has been very good tonight. She's overall been really good so far. Countering the right hand with a quick kick to the leg. Just getting completely outstruck. The leg kicks have been playing effect now. She gets caught with another feint. Roundhouse kick to the body here. Off the counter. And yeah, just Aspen Ladd is just too good for her. Too good. Yeah, this has just been an onslaught. And here comes a left jab and a powerful right hook that knocks her out cold. Boy, oh boy, is Aspen Ladd running the division at 135 on the women's side of things. Just incredible stuff. Thanks so much to AK. AKA's got some fucking killers in that camp. My God. Great night for them. And, boy, what a job for the champ. What a card, though. Only one bad fight, and it's because Islam didn't want to go for a finish. But, really, really great stuff. It's weird that sometimes they don't consider that welterweight, but that's alright. I think it's because we've changed the weight to be 185 and 175, but that's alright. No big deal. Wow, popularity increased everywhere, so that's good, especially for a pay-per-view like that. Performance bonus there for almost everybody involved, besides Ali Quinta, because he was such a clear favorite. Lyman good for the upset, and Gordon Ryan for his win. Feeling pretty generous. And we still made about $7 million, because we had about an $8.5 million gate. That is insane. So many people made over $100,000, though. That's nice. I think 10 people made over 6 figures. And Francis just missed out on it and made $80,000. A couple of people only made a couple thousand, though, which is tough. Tough. Good stuff, though. I'm glad the guys and girls are getting paid. Especially, Aspen Ladd. She deserved that for sure. So did Jojua, though. She only got $17,000, though. Tough break. Kaya Sakura. Main event night Rising card. Hopefully we can bring in Asakura. It will be nice. But that will do it for 2021. And that will do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. And we'll catch you guys next time for the new year. As we'll go through, I'm sure, the end of the year awards. Seeing who's who and all that fun jazz. And, we might even hang around a little bit, because, yeah, it should be, oh my god, so much going on. Yeah, there's an Invicta card. See if Raquel could get something going. She just hadn't had a bit of a losing streak, so we sent her down there to help her out a little bit. Maybe it'll get things on the right track for her. Now it's one to just take forever. So yeah, that will do it. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time for episode 89. Take care, everyone.